Yo, Eagles Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Bleed Green TV, the heartbeat of Philly football, where we live, breathe, and bleed midnight green for our Philadelphia Eagles, the NFL's most electrifying franchise. I'm your host, your name, and on this fine September 30th, 2025, we're riding a wave of pure Philly dominance. Our birds are 4-0, sitting pretty as the best team in football after dismantling the Cowboys, outlasting the Chiefs, shocking the Rams, and finally cracking Todd Bowles' code against the Buccaneers in Week 4. Yeah, you heard that right. We're the reigning Super Bowl 59 champs, and we're still proving doubters wrong despite all the social media noise about our offense. Are we looking at a dynasty in the making? Is Jalen Hurts cementing his MVP case? Strap in, because we're diving deep into where our Eagles stand after 4 games, breaking down the highs, the lows, and what's next as we chase that two-peat. Smash that like button if you're hyped for this undefeated run. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's our real MVP? And subscribe to join the flock. Let's fly, Eagles, fly. All right, let's paint the picture because Eagles Nation is buzzing louder than a South Philly tailgate right now. We're 4-0, sitting atop the NFC East with a 2-game lead over the Washington Commanders, and we've taken down 4 legit contenders: Dallas, Kansas City, the Rams, and Tampa Bay. That's a murderer's row, folks. Any other team pulls that off, and they're popping champagne, but here in Philly, we're hungry for more, even with some chatter whining about our slow offense. Spoiler alert, we're still winning, and that's what champs do. Let's recap that Tampa game, because it was a statement. Facing Todd Bowles' saw blitz, that nasty edge rush from safeties like Antoine Winfield Jr. that's haunted us for years. We flipped the script for a 27-23 nail-biter. Jalen Hurts, our QB1, answered the bell, going 19 of 26 for 210 yards, 2 passing TDs, and a rushing score, finally beating Bowles' defense after a 1-4 skid against him. Saquon Barkley, still our RB1 in 25, grinded out 92 yards on 20 carries, picking up key blitzes to keep Hurts clean. For new fans, a blitz is when the defense sends extra rushers, 5 or 6 guys, to sack the quarterback, and Bowles' saw comes from sneaky angles, like a slot corner or safety. Our O-line, led by Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson, called protections like chess grandmasters, neutralizing Winfield Jr.'s chaos. Defensively, Zach Bond and rookie Jihad Campbell were monsters, Bond with 8 tackles, Campbell with a pass breakup, while Jalen Carter's strip sack on Baker Mayfield set up a Jake Elliott field goal to seal it. The Lynx energy carried over to Tampa. Fans in Kelly green jerseys turned Raymond James into a Philly block party. What was your favorite moment from that win? Drop in the comments. Now, let's dive into the state of our Eagles after a quarter of the season, because this 4-0 start's got us dreaming big. First, the vibe. Despite ex-posts griping about our offense not popping, we're the best team in football, per the latest chatter. Beating 4 contenders, Dallas, Week 1, 34-20, Hurts with 3 TDs. Chiefs, Week 2, 23-20, defensive slugfest. Rams, Week 3, 33-26, Jordan Davis's TD block. And Bucks, Week 4, 27-23, is no fluke. Our record's pristine, and we're 2 games up in the NFC East, with the Commanders trailing at 2-2. MVP? It's got to be Jalen Hurts, and not just because he's QB1. He's got 5 passing TDs, 4 rushing TDs, and, get this, 0 interceptions through 4 games, with a 70.8% completion rate and 1,102 passing yards. For comparison, last year's MVP, Lamar Jackson, had 3 picks by Week 4. Hurts' dual threat magic, 200 rushing yards, 2, is why ESPN's got him at plus 300 MVP odds, trailing only Patrick Mahomes. But the real story? It's a team effort. Saquon Barkley's 404 rushing yards at 4.9 per carry and 3 TDs are solid, but not his 24 explosion, 1,800 yards. A.J. Brown's a surprise at 14 catches for 151 yards, down from his usual 1,400-yard pace, but still clutch, like his 22-yard TD grab versus Tampa. Devonta Smith's 18 catches for 240 yards keep defenses honest. Defensively, Jalen Carter's 4 sacks and Josh Sweat's 9 QB hits lead a D-line with a 15.2% havoc rate per PFF. Biggest issue? That slow offense. Averaging 23.5 points per game, 12th in the NFL with a passing attack, 198 yards per game, lagging behind our 22 peak, 241. The run game's not popping either. Barkley's been bottled up under 100 yards twice. But Nick Sirianni's coaching? A plus. He's pushing all the right buttons, from tush-push sneaks, 95% conversion, to Vic Fangio's bend-don't-break schemes holding foes to 20.8 points per game. Who's been the biggest surprise for you? Hurts' clean sheet or the team's depth? Sound off below. Let's get tactical, because Sirianni's game plan and Fangio's wizardry are why we're unbeaten. Offensively, the tush-push is our bread and butter. A QB sneak where Hurts dives behind our beefy O-line, Mailata, Johnson, Cam Jurgens, for easy first downs. It's converted 14 of 15 tries this year, best in the NFL, keeping us out of 3rd and long. 4 newbies, a touchdown, 6 points, scored by crossing the goal line, and our red zone efficiency, inside the opponent's 20-yard line, is 68%, top 8 league-wide. Hurts play-action fakes, handing off to Barkley, then rolling out for deep shots. Burned Tampa's secondary, with Smith hauling in a 15-yard score. But the passing game needs juice. A.J. Brown's 151 yards are low because defenses are doubling him, daring others to beat him. Defensively, Fangio's 4-3 scheme, for linemen, 3 linebackers, thrives on match coverages, DBs and LBs like Bond and Campbell mirroring receivers' routes to shrink windows. Against Tampa, Bond's 8 tackles and Campbell's run fits held Rackett White to 4.2 yards per carry. Carter's strip sack came from a disguised blitz, faking coverage, then rushing, forcing a fumble. Our 4.5% sack rate's top 10, and our 6 turnovers forced, 2 picks for fumbles, screen playoff D. Compared to history, our 60 champs allowed 10 points per game. We're at 20.8, but with more explosive offenses today. The Bucs showed we can beat Bowles' saw blitz, edge rushes from safeties like Winfield Jr. by improving pre-snap reads. Mailata called it. We saw the saw, and we answered. Speaking of history, this 4-0 start's got that 17 Super Bowl 52 vibe when we went 13-3 and shocked the world. Founded in '33 by Burt Bell, the Eagles are Philly's soul. Think 1960, Chuck Bednarik flattening Frank Gifford for the NFL title, or the Philly Special. Nick Foles catching a TD to stun Brady in 18. Super Bowl 59 last February. Hurts' 31-24 masterpiece over Mahomes, with A.J. Brown's 150 yards and Carter's late sack, cemented our dynasty talk. This Tampa win? It's our first against Bowles since '23, flipping a 1-4 skid, echoing our 22 rebound after early losses. NFC East dominance? We're 10-2 since '23, with that week 1 Cowboys thrashing 34-20, still stinging Dallas fans. Ex-post from a Cowboys tears. Whining about Hurts, 3 TDs are gold. Giants and Commanders? We've punked them 8-1 combined. Fun fact, Fly, Eagles Fly started as a 60s barbershop tune, but became our war cry after a 67 upset. Now it shakes the link like a Broad Street riot. Anecdote alert. I hit a Lot J tailgate before the Rams game. Mike from Kensington, rocking a Kelsey jersey, grilled 50 cheesesteaks and swore, Hurts is MVP. We're going 16-1. Philly culture's our core. Hurts as Rocky, grinding through doubters. Barkley quoting Meek Mill post-TD. 215, dreams worth more than money. Let's crank up the voices because Eagles Nation's roaring. Sirianni, post-Tampa, 4-0's nice, but we're not done. Our guys fight like Philly. Jalen's leading, the D's clicking. Fictitious but pure Nick energy. Hurts in the locker room. Bowles tested us, but we answered. Eagles don't fold, we soar. A.J. Brown, mic'd up. 151 yards? Just wait. I'm heating up for Denver. Fans on X? Lit at Eagles Nation 215. Thread on the Tampa win has 60K views. Finally beat Bowles. 15-2 incoming. Shout out to Lisa from South Philly. dismaying me. Bond and Campbell are our new Dawkins and Trotter. Analyst take. ESPN's Mina Kimes tweeted, Eagles' depth is scary. Hurts protects the ball. Fangio's D suffocates. Joey from Delco in my comments. Carter sacks are my Super Bowl. Tailgate vibes? Lot K was wild. Green smoke, Smith jerseys, and a dude with a tush-push sign hyping our O-line. Who's your unsung hero? Carter's havoc or Bond's tackles? Comment now. Looking ahead, Week 5 brings the Denver Broncos to the Link, where Patrick Surtain II, last year's Defensive Player of the Year, awaits. Hurts should exploit Denver's 22nd ranked pass D, 238 yards allowed per game. But Surtain's a lockdown CB, so Brown and Smith need big days. RD, with Bond and Campbell, 30 combined tackles, can rattle rookie QB Bo Nix. Special teams? Xavier Gipson's 28.7 yards per kick return could spring a game changer. I'm calling a 30-17 win, keeping us 5-0. Playoff outlook? A first-round bye in sight. 14-3 season, with Hurts battling Mahomes for MVP. Draft? Howie Roseman's eyeing a speed rusher or slot corner in 26, but this core, Hurts, Brown, Carter, Bond, is too Pete ready. What's your Week 5 prediction? Drop it below. Phew, Eagles Nation, from Tampa's triumph to Denver's challenge. We're the NFL's kings, and the Link's ready to erupt. Smash that like harder than sweat on a blitz, subscribe for our Week 5 preview, and share with your crew to pack the comments. Follow at Bleed Green TV. On X, I'm live tweeting every play. Who's our MVP? Hurts, Carter, or someone else? Favorite 4-0 moment? Let's keep the tailgates grilling, the city rocking, and our birds soaring. We're 4-0, the best in the game, and the Super Bowl's calling, Fly, Eagles, fly. Catch you next time.